I'm gonna tell me that guys laugh. I don't even really know. Me say, yeah. Yeah, I done does this podcast, voices on 5th Court, cruising exits 46, yeah, you know where we from, Deerfield Beach night, like city lights on the move, oh, this how we do, yeah, oh, this how we do, yeah, this how we do, yeah, this how we grow, yeah, this how we grow. Started on the waterfront, palm trees in the breeze, from Howard to the corner, learn to hustle with these, posted off 5th seat, late nights, real talk, then we slide down Clear Street, let the pavement talk, back when dreams felt heavy, but the hungers stay light, running plays at the 20, hope at the futures at night, from the courts of West Side Park, where the vision ignites to the bond every morning, yeah, we earn every stripe, Hillsborough runs deep, yeah, the roots stay strong, from the schoolyard, echoes to the words in the song, Deerfield Beach, I where the mindset grows, same city, same code, yeah, we always stay true, now the mic stay late, conversation stay raw, from the block to the booth, yeah, we breaking the law, not the rules of the street, but the limits they draw, still shining every move, this how we go, how we ball,
All right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to the Adams Brothers Podcast. We are here. This afternoon, we're going to be doing a phone interview. This afternoon, we usually have our guest on camera, but today we're going to have it. Our guest call in. We have our guest, Mr. Tracey Scroggins' father, Mr. Sonny Scroggins. He is on the line right now. So good afternoon, Mr. Sonny Scroggins. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. And good afternoon. Y'all were popping on the intro. I like T.I.
Good to have you on here, Mr. Sonny.
That's our new intro song. Sure. So we're going to be adding a video to that pretty soon. So we're glad you like it. So
first of all, we want to just start out by giving you our condolences on the death of Tracey. He was our guest on the podcast, and we had a great interview with him.
I didn't make that out, but I can just start talking if you like.
Yeah, I just said, first of all, I just wanted to, give you our condolences on the death of Tracey.
And not only Tracey, his mom and his sister.
His mom and his sister. That's right. You endured some deaths.
Still going through it.
Right.
She and I were, his mother and I were childhood sweethearts. We came up together.
Wow. Okay,
Mr. Scroggins, could you just give us a little bit about you, your name, and who your son Tracey Scroggins was? Just give us a little introduction, okay, of who you are.
Well, I'm a racial reformist, activist, and now I'm a lobbyist, independent lobbyist for the state of Kansas. And Tracey was my son, so a part of that is a part of him. And he's been involved. Matter of fact, I demanded that all four of my children, I have two other children by previous marriage, to get involved in worldly things. Free South Africa, Brown versus the Board, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, those types of things. That's kind of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And some of that rubbed off on Tracey. He was supportive of a lot of initiatives and activities out of the state of Kansas. I reside in Topeka, Kansas. For instance, in 1998, he bought 100,000 envelopes for the Colored Memorial in Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
And I was right there with Mayor Berry.
Marion Berry, yes, D.C.
Back in 98. And I'm a reenactor, for the first Kansas Colored, who was the first to fight in the Civil War, even before the 54th. You know about the movie Glory. Well, the Civil War really started here and proceeded into Indian territory down in Rennesville, Oklahoma. One of the greatest battles fought by the first Kansas Colored, who were the first to give up their blood for our equality. And matter of fact, that was Tracey's nickname. In the little town that I come from down in Chakota, Oklahoma, everybody had a nickname. And we all come out of Shakota High School, which I would say was a school of champions in 1969. Basketball, we won the state tournament, and then also Carrie Underwood's from there, and the great legend Tracey Scroggins is from there as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So that's a little bit about you and
Tracy.
And
yes, your activism.
Tracy. Your activism, yes.
Activism. What would you like to know?
No, we were just saying you gave us a good rundown of you and Tracy's activism.
Yeah, voter registration. Yeah, free Stop the Violence Committee. Yeah, my family are my grandfather was the first black elected to public office in Shakota, Oklahoma. So I came up, and my dad was an activist, and his dad was an activist. I would say he was a friend of Jack Ruby. You know, Jack Ruby,
who shot Kennedy.
He shot the one that shot Kennedy.
Right. I'm sorry. I mean, Oswald shot Kennedy, but yeah, he was the nightclub owner. Yeah.
So it's a lot of history there, and you know, it's a black enclave, and you know, it was very popular because my family are, you know, they love their guns and their Bibles and barbecue and rodeos, and you know, so that's the kind of culture I come from. And like I say, me and his mom was childhood sweethearts. We tried to make it, and you know, have people, family especially, get involved, and they think they're doing good, but actually they're messing up. And we kind of drifted apart. And you know, I'm just kind of broke up about that because that's a certain part of my life is just gone. I mean, his mother's gone and his sister's gone. Like I say, there are 2 other children, but you know, I'm just talking about that part out of Shakota.
Right.
So, yeah.
So
Tracy was he was a stubborn kind of guy as a child. You know, I would potty train him, and back then you could whoop your kids. Well, Tracy, I tried to whoop him. That man, he just took it like a man. I would say I had to stop whooping him. I'm going like I got to stop because I'll hurt this boy.
Right.
But eventually, I was able to potty train him.
Right.
And from an early age, you know, I would ask him, others would ask him, boy, what you going to be when you grow up? He said, I'm going to be a professional football player. I'm going like, oh, okay. Well, I used to drill my kids, you know, try to get them to run and exercise and do push-ups, sit-ups, and those types of things. And I actually was pretty fast back then, even though I have multiple sclerosis.
You're telling me that.
I beat him. Yeah, I beat him at one point. You know, I wish he was here to talk about it.
Right.
But yeah, matter of fact, what he did talk about is one thing I had him do. He kind of tore down a house by himself. So he was very forthcoming. It's just surrounding his death and everything. It's just an enigma. I just don't understand some things, and I want to apologize to everybody about when, where, and what time the funeral was going to be. Things start kind of going awry when I wanted to speak to Portia. I asked the baby mama, Monique, I'm going like, can I tell Portia to call me? And she says, okay, I will. And then I asked again, says, well, he's in the Cayman Islands. He'll call you when you get back. And then I asked again, I'm going like, what about Portia? He says, well, he can't speak to you now because you sound too much like Tracy. And that just didn't make no sense with me. And it kind of went left from there, and I'm the type of person that, like Tracey explained on your program, he got that from me. I mean, very detailed, and if somebody ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So he called me right before his death, and I'm going like, Tracey, why you calling? You ain't gonna say anything. And then I kept calling, and then one of his nephews, Christopher Carter, one of his favorite nephews. He's my oldest grandchild, so he's a favorite of everybody. So he called me, and he said, well, Granny wants me to have you call her. And then me and his mother talked, and she indicated, well, I've been trying to get a hold of Tracey. I think something's wrong. I'm going like, yeah, I had that same feeling. And he called and didn't say anything. So I immediately called for a wellness check.
He was living in Hollywood, Florida, correct, Mr. Sonny?
Correct. Yeah, he was in Hollywood.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right after retiring from the NFL, that's where he moved to. As a matter of fact, his retirement party was held here in Topeka, Kansas. And I plan on doing something on his birthday. I've made up some bookmarks with his likeness on it. I'd be glad to send you guys.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, please. Yes.
I'll send you I'll send you the address.
Yes, please do.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, it's, you know, I got what you guys got from my son and more. You know, he was very detailed.
Yes,
he was very frugal about his money.
Yes.
I don't know how all this money got messed up like it is. That's not the important thing for me. It's just, I love my son and I wanted to have him. Matter of fact, I was bullied so down in the little small town that we're from, you know, I just used to cry out to God, you know, for a Superman. And he delivered. That's why I say there is a God, you know, and Tracey was a man's man. And wasn't no bullying him. So I was very happy about the man that he did become.
Right.
And he's always had pretty women in his life, you know, and his baby's mama, I never had any problem until, like I say, I asked to speak to Portia, and his former wife, I never had no problem with her. And I've known several of his women, the women in his life. I never had any problem with them. And I met all those guys, DT, Portia, and it was one other that played for the Giants. Y'all know who I'm talking about? He's from Mississippi. I just can't recall his name.
Not sure who that is.
What position did he play?
Yeah, he was a hell of a player. He played for the New York Giants.
Wasn't Lawrence?
Yeah,
LT. Yeah, Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
He lives down here in South Florida himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's around somewhere around, I guess, that Davie, Hollywood area.
Yeah.
So
I met him in
so
in
did you?
I stayed with Tracey for about a month.
Okay. So he had a lot of NFL players around him even when he retired, Mr. Scroggins?
No, I wouldn't say so. When he retired, I just know him telling me, you know, him and Portia were feuding back and forth, and he indicated that Portia and his financial advisor came from the same town, and he felt that his funds was coming up missing some kind of way. And I'm glad you guys responded to my call, but I would be remiss as his father, no matter what anybody want to say about that. I had a relationship with my son that really the public didn't know about. I mean, I was his go-to man on a lot of decisions that he had in life.
And he kept us updated a lot on some of the things that he was doing. He sent us emails, which we didn't share with anybody. He would update us and tell us to stay tuned here. We would read the emails and, we would just kind of follow along. We didn't talk to him, but, he did communicate with us via, email. Yes. And he had, he was excited about the possibilities of what was going to come up in the future.
He was.
So if Tracey, he was very detailed. He was very detailed. And if the viewers out there, if you're just joining us, we're on the phone with the audio call with the father of Tracey Scroggins. He is his name is Sonny Scroggins. He is the father of Tracey Scroggins, who played his entire 10-year NFL career with the Detroit Lions. So he's joining us here on the podcast. So go ahead, Mr. Scroggins. Like you said, he was very detailed. And who was I keep hearing? I heard you say Porsche. Who is Porsche?
Porsche, he played with Tracey, or Tracey played with him.
Is that Robert Porsche, if I remember right?
Porsche. Yeah, I knew also Barry Sanders.
Okay.
His grandmother lived right in back of my aunt's house when I stayed in Wichita, Kansas. Right. So I knew him as a little bitty boy.
Okay.
Not a little bitty boy, but I mean, I'm 75, so. Right. Yeah.
But you said, I remember you saying that you talked to Tracey. He called, but he didn't say anything. Kind of rewind us back to the day.
He got the call.
That you got the call, and he, I guess was acting a little weird or whatever. He didn't say anything, and you called for a wellness check.
No, he didn't say anything.
Right, he didn't say anything.
And he had a lot to say all the time.
Right.
But I called for a wellness check, and they discovered his body, and then he had died. Actually, he didn't die on the 6th. That's when they discovered his body. I would say it would be more like the latter part of January.
So he had been there for some days.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because the newspaper was saying, online was saying he died February 9th. I saw one article said that.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
They found his body on the 6th. Police called right back. It was the day after. His mother and I started calling, and I was able to get and have them do the wellness check, and then I had to talk to the apartment that he lived in. It was security and that kind of thing. So,
right.
Yeah.
They found his body, and do they suspect foul play?
Well, Tracey expected. He talked about that kind of thing before he died.
Yeah.
He would say, "Pops, don't be surprised, man, if something comes up."
He told me that.
I'm going like.
He told me that on the phone. I spoke to him in length before we even went on air. Me and him privately, and he was telling me basically the same thing, like he feared for his life. And I honestly, I didn't really think anything of it at that time, and he didn't really go into no details.
Yeah. Well, some just don't add up. What I say to that, coming from a little small town in Oklahoma, a heap see, but a few know. It's surrounding just the way he died. There's just question marks. And like I say, being his father and wanting to have him, and then finally God blessed me with him, me and his mom. I'd be remiss if I didn't at least speak to you guys. So
right.
I'm glad you did contact us.
Yes, you were calling our.
Yeah, well, there's two sides to every story. I mean, and I just want to tell his story as much as I can.
Tell us.
Absolutely, yeah. And the number that you were calling is the number that we're on right now, and that is the number that we use for our call. Our call-in shows. Mm-hmm. So it's really it's just
this is my landline.
Yeah. Well, you got my number anyway, Mr. Scroggins. You have my number. The other number that I you know what I'm saying. That number that I called you on. So yeah, that's the number. Definitely, you can get me on.
Right.
But yeah, Mr.
Yeah, I would want to contact you guys as we get closer to his birthday.
Yeah.
Since he retired here, I wanted to have I wasn't able to go to the funeral. All my kids know I don't like funerals, and I told them all, like, hey, the four of them, hey, if y'all die before I am, I ain't coming to the funeral.
Yeah.
And, they know, oh, you outlive us all, Pops, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, Tracey wanted to come back on, and we told him once he was gathering information because he sent us some emails, and we had already told him once he get everything together, we will be glad to let him come back. So he was definitely making plans, and he sounded excited on the emails that he sent me and Daryl. So, when I saw the news, I saw one of your fellow Kansas Jayhawks, Tony Sands. We had Tony on with us when we interviewed Tracey. And I saw Tony had posted that Tracey had passed. And I was like, wow, just knowing the great conversation we had with Tracey. And as I was saying, telling you, I can reveal it. I think the brother-in-law or whoever maybe the ex-wife or someone called us, threatening us with legal action if we didn't take the interview down, the podcast, threatening our podcast company. I told him, well, you do what you got to do, but we're not taking that down because we didn't do nothing improper. And, it's some law office, some letter. And I called them right back and I told him right now, you do what you have to do, but I'm not taking that interview down because nothing was done improper. No one made any allegations because Tracey was the one.
He was doing all the talking.
He was doing all the talking, telling his side of the story.
Right.
So,
which he is entitled to.
Yes.
Right. And especially now that he's gone, and it's a void in both sides of the family.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Tracey he was a great person. I mean, he was a simple person, but he was a complex person. He didn't ask for much, and he gave a lot.
And since they found him deceased mysteriously in his home, I'm pretty sure that they are going to do an autopsy on him. And
well, they said it was too late. That's why I'm saying there's just so many moving parts to it. First, they said they were going to be able to. I spoke to the coroner, and I spoke to the funeral home director. I think it was. They're in Florida and also in Shakota is Garrett Funeral Home. So I spoke to them, and I think his mom I'm pretty sure she's getting cremated. So I don't think his body's even in Oklahoma yet. Last time I talked with the police in Florida, I kind of got X'd out after I was talking to the baby mama. Got his son. He has a son.
Yes.
Tracey Malcolm Scroggins. Tracey used to talk to me about him all the time, and I used to talk to him too. And Tracey was very proud. He had a 16 foot. He wore 16 shoes. 16 foot. He had a big feet, and he was kind of happy about that. I'm just telling you a little bit of, some of the things people don't know about Tracey. Also, he was not only was he good at football, track, and basketball, but he was a hell of a swimmer. And he was the first black to swim here in Topeka in Pastor Fred Phelps's Olympic swimming pool. I know y'all are familiar with Fred Phelps. Matter of fact, he went down to Shakota to protest. He's the one with the God hates homosexuals and that kind of thing.
Yes, I heard of him before. No doubt.
Yeah.
And did Tracey ever talk about his life in the NFL, Mr. Sonny?
Yes, sir. He talked about it, how they allowed them to play hurt when they had information. I think it was right before they adjusted their helmets or something.
Right.
You know, the helmets are different. The ones now are kind of different than the ones back when he first started, I think, because he talked about how the NFL allowed him to play hurt, you know, with a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to make sure that people that came behind him, especially the young athletes, know about some of the harm that playing professional football can happen to it.
Right.
And he was diagnosed with CTE.
CTE,
right? Mr. Sonny?
Yes, he had. Yes, he did. He had CTE, and he kind of shook. He tried to kind of hide that from me. I just caught his hand. He said, "Look at there, pops." I said, "Man, how long has that been going on?" And that was about midway through his 10 years there at the Detroit Lions. So yes, he did have that.
And he did file suit against the NFL.
But I don't want that. That wasn't all of it, Tracy. He had a good mind on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
very smart.
Very smart. Yeah.
Details.
Oh yeah, he was very detailed talking to him on the phone.
Right.
He knew Tracey. Just me talking to him, I can tell you because I talked to him a long time. One day when he called, he was like my brother Daryl said. He was very detailed, and he was very very detailed and meticulous in his affairs. You can see what he was sending us. He had all his ducks in order, and he would tell us, you know, he would tell me a little bit at a time, and just keep sending us little stuff, showing us different things, you know.
Well, I think that was because the way they tried to portray him, you know, it's just CTE, and he was more than that. And before he was diagnosed, he was telling me and other family members some of the things, the perils of being in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was very aware.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still you know, seems so unreal that he's no longer here. You know, just reading his emails, you know, and I would always tell my brother, I was like, check our email address because Tracy been sending us some stuff.
He sent us a lot of stuff.
He just everything that he would just update us on everything. He said, you know, when it breaks through, I want you all to do the story. You know, I want you all to be the first ones to do the story. You know, because you had me on your podcast. You know, so and I have to keep saying this, that he was very, very detailed, even in his emails. You know, and you know, to just come along. I mean, just hear that he has passed away, and I don't know. I mean, about the suspects, and he lived in a nice area. I'm pretty sure. I mean, what about the security cameras? And doesn't he have security cameras in his home, or a Ring doorbell, or do they have security at the gate? Somebody had to show ID. I mean, did they mention any of that stuff?
So. Yeah, if it's like the one that he had before. Now, I never personally visit the one he's in now, but the condo that he had before. Yeah. He was very selective.
Oh, you could tell he was guarded even that night when he was on talking. I think he sounded like he was in some
he was at a cigar lounge,
right?
He was at a cigar lounge,
and you could see how he was very. We could tell he was a very private individual. You can definitely see. And like I say, he talked with me, Daryl, and Tony Sands, and
Tony is in the chat.
Tony is in the chat right now. Kansas City Jayhawks legend.
Hey, hey, Tony.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
He's watching.
He's watching. But yeah, I'm just so sorry. I mean, to hear about Tracey, and just know, like I say, just know that we had him on our broadcast. Like I say, I saw Tony put it up that Tracey had passed. Man, I was like, I was shook. It shook me, just knowing that he had passed away.
Yeah.
And like I say, when I spoke to him, Mr. Sonny, he said if something happened to me, I'm not gonna call the person name, but he told me talking to me on the phone about you know who I'm talking about, Mr. Sonny.
Yeah.
But he said that if anything happened to him, that to go look at that person, and I don't know, and I'm not making no accusation. I just know the name that he had told me on the phone, and I just kept that to myself. I
have no words. My son's gone, and I don't know how to come back from that. I mean, other than just telling his story as I know it, what he told me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And again, I say, all respects to Tony. I would be remiss if I hadn't reached out to you guys, because he can't speak anymore. His mom can't speak. His sister can't speak.
Right.
But I'm still here.
Yeah.
And you have to.
It was
you have
just
to,
strange.
Yeah, you have to tell his story. Yeah, and you have his life was a book, and you have to tell it now. It's he can't tell it.
Like
He's
right
no
now,
longer
y'all cutting up. I don't know if somebody's doing that or not. I could not make it out.
Yeah.
What you were saying right then. I mean, you never know, and what high places there are. It's. I don't. I'm just like I say. I'm lost for words because that's just what he said. That if something happened to him,
And I'm pretty sure that this information has been turned over. Did any you share this information with the detectives? I
wouldn't have to. They had his phone, and I just called down there, and his keys. He had some personal information. I talked with the detective, and it was turned over to Reuben Smith, which was a good friend of his.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you might want to reach out to Reuben.
Reuben Smith.
He was one of his cigar smoking buddies. I can provide his telephone number to you.
Yes, you can send that to my number.
Text it to us.
You could text that to me, and I'll reach out to him.
We'll reach out to him, and we'll see if we can get him on the podcast, and get a visual.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
Right.
Yeah, that would be good.
Because we knew he was a regular at the cigar lounge down south.
Yeah, I talked to him. I'm like, Tracey, how many cigars is you gonna smoke? He said he was on his 7th one.
Right.
And the whole situation just kept him smoking and staying up and trying to figure out stuff, and he should still be here with us.
Yes, he should.
It consumed him.
Yeah, it did consume him.
It consumed him. Just listening to him talk, even, I mean, you got our interview. You can go back and look at it, and he was consumed with what according to allegedly what he told us on our podcast that day, what was allegedly done to him. Yeah. And he told us about how the FBI and other people was looking into different people. But I know what he told me. I know he told me that, that he feared for his life. I didn't think nothing about it when he told me that, because I was like, this dude here is big, man. He definitely can handle himself.
He's a big guy. Still a big guy.
Yeah. Yeah. He and like I say, when he told me, I heard him. I heard what he was saying. And it wasn't that I didn't believe him. I was like straight up like, oh, he can handle it. No one, big as he is, no one gonna come and fool with him. They would have to catch him off guard if they did catch him.
He was very guarded.
Yeah. So the video that you sent me, was that a memorial, Mr. Scroggins?
Yeah, that was the actual memorial that they held, and in Chicota, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Last week.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
so it was for him and his mom.
Yeah.
That's tough, to lose a son and then turn around and lose his mother
And the sister.
And a sister. That's got to be heartbreaking.
Prayers up for you, Mr. Scroggins.
Yeah. You
it is. I appreciate it, man, because it's I'm quite bothered by it all, just the way it happened, and that's space in my life that's gone.
And I always say it shouldn't have to be that way. We shouldn't have to bury our kids. Our kids should be burying us. And I say that because I lost a daughter. And I feel the same way.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. So I was like, I shouldn't have outlived my daughter. My daughter should outlive me. And that's the way I feel about all my kids. And it's heartbreaking when you have to bury a child and and see them pass away like that, and you don't know what happened to them, and it's just a shame. Hopefully these detectives down here, maybe the Hollywood Police Department or the Broward County Sheriff's Office, whatever police department that's working on the case, hopefully they come up with some suspects.
Well, they first tried to say there wasn't no foul play. I'm going like, but it's just too many moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could just check and get back with me. Well, I had to call them back and forth after that first initial call.
Yeah. And that's what, it's kind of mind boggling, because when they find someone dead like that, I don't care if it's a week or two later, they still will do an autopsy, and an autopsy is going to tell you the cause of death. If he had a heart attack, if he had a stroke or whatever, they could determine that if they had something illegal in his system, if he had high levels of this or high levels of that, they'll be able to tell you that.
Well, what they put it under is head trauma and epilepsy.
Did he
have a history of that?
Yeah.
Of epilepsy?
Well, yeah, I remember in 2010, I went down and had to sign some papers in Hollywood where he was in the hospital. What had happened is, I think he was eating or something, and some food went the wrong way,
mm-hmm.
and he was in a coma for a couple of days there in the apartment. And I think a housekeeper was going in and caught, and found him like that, and he was in the hospital. So I had to go down and sign the papers.
Right.
As next of kin.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, if you're just joining us, our viewers out there, we're on the phone with Mr. Sonny Scroggins. He is the father of Tracey Scroggins, who played professionally in the NFL for 10 years with the Detroit Lions, and
had over 60 sacks too, right?
Yeah.
60 career sacks.
He was a go-getter.
Oh, yeah, he was. I mean, when they announced his death, I mean, it was all over social media, X, Twitter X, everywhere. I mean, TMZ, everyone was, it was news here. It was news here. Everyone was talking about it online and just paying their tributes. I saw the beautiful tributes coming in on X and Instagram.
He was very loved in the world.
Yes, he was. Big guy, gentle giant of a guy, real nice, laid back guy. He just what was that?
Put the picture up there.
You can only do one at a time.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Again, we're on the let me add this. This is Mr. Sonny Scroggins right here. Him and his son. You can't see it, Mr. Scroggins, but we have your picture and your son's picture up right now. Tracey Scroggins, who played for the Detroit Lions for 10 years. And
tell us about the shirt that he gave you, Mr. Scroggins.
Yeah, he went to, we have the site, Brown versus the Board of Education, Topeka Boards of Education.
Landmark case. 1954.
Yeah, so that's a shirt he bought me while he was down from there is a park that Tracey loved. It's called Cushionberry Park. Some of the younger kids refer to it as Buffalo Park because it's got a buffalo. It's actually named after a good friend of mine, Grant. Well, he's deceased now, Grant Cushionberry, which Tracey was a part of us renaming the park. It used to be Euclid Park for Mr. Cushionberry.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had them all involved in the Topeka community and in the state,
Mm-hmm.
in the country, and across the planet. They know that that was just a given with their dad. Hey, we're going to have to get involved and try to help the world.
Right.
Through our actions and deeds, and just not talk about it, but be about it.
Right.
And he was cool with that
Mm-hmm.
while he was around me.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to add or say about your son, Mr. Scroggins, Mr. Sonny?
Yeah, well, we've got some bookmarkers made up with his likeness that were given away, and September the 11th is his birthday, and we're going to do something here in Topeka. Like I say, his retirement party was held here, so
Mm-hmm.
and he's got a bunch of family in Kansas City that want to do something that weren't able to go
Mm-hmm.
down to Shakota. And
Mr. Sonny.
on September the 11th. It actually is going to be September the 12th because that's a Saturday. September the 12th. His birthday is September the 11th. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Now, how about my birthday is September 10th? How about that? Yeah, mine one day ahead of Tracey's.
Yeah, I think it's just destiny. He was meant to call you.
Yeah.
You and
Yeah.
your brother. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he reached out through us through Elgin Jones. He had been talking to Elgin. Elgin was a local reporter here, and he knew Elgin, and Elgin always had told us, I got someone I want y'all to meet. And I wish we could have met in person. Unfortunately, we wasn't able to meet in person at that time, but Elgin turned him on to us, and I'm just glad that I got a chance to speak to him, and me, Tony Sands, and Daryl got a chance to interview him on our podcast, and it was those my memories of him sitting in that cigar bar that night, and he had the camera tilted. And
Yeah. His connection wasn't it wasn't that good, but we stayed with it the whole time.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
But we enjoyed the interview. He shared a lot of information, and he lost a lot of money. He said that he lost a lot of money, and
a whole bunch. He was very detailed, and he was frugal with his money. So I just don't understand. And that's his money or his son's money, or you know what I'm saying. It's not about money, but it's just how it came about. And he had been talking for so long about what was happening to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then to die like that.
Yeah. Well, I hope they can provide you and your family with some answers. I hope the police can provide you with answers. I prayers up for your family, and I know you have my number, Mr. Sonny. So anytime in the future, if you get anything, please keep me updated on it. If I don't answer, just leave a message and I'll call you back. Soon as I get the message, I'll call you back.
Yes, sir. Guys, and I can tell in y'all, I can't hear Tony, but I know he's watching.
Yeah, he's watching. Kansas City Jayhawks legend.
Yeah, he's online.
Yeah, well, I had forgotten that.
Yeah, he's in the ring of honor there. Yeah.
Well, we've been talking to Mr. Sonny Scroggins. He is the father of Tracey Scroggins, the late Tracey Scroggins, who was on our podcast last year. And we enjoyed this conversation with you. We look forward to reaching out and hopefully hearing from Mr. Ruben,
yes,
his buddy, and hopefully we could get him on here and get some insight on his final days and see what was going on in Tracey's life, and hopefully we could, some of these answers will assist in the investigation here.
But again, my prayers go out to you, Mr. Sonny. My heart go out to you and your family. Absolutely. On the death of Tracey's mom, your wife, your daughter, Tracey. That is that's something terrible. I don't even want to begin to think about it, but I also just wanted to say, when Daryl was talking earlier about losing kids, it was 7 of us. My mom and dad has buried 4 of their kids already, and it's just 3 of us left. So my mom so far seems to be outliving all of her kids so far, which is tragic.
3 of us.
Yeah. So
through my branches, 3 of us.
Yeah.
Right. 3 left.
Yeah.
And he has a sister that lives in Houston, and his baby brother through me lives here in Kansas. So
yeah.
I always encourage them to love up on each other. You just never know.
Never know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might see that person again. I mean.
Oh yeah. So it's been a pleasure having you, Mr. Sonny.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a pleasure having you, Mr. Sonny.
I appreciate y'all. I really do. Thank you so much. Yeah. And I'll get Ruben Smith's telephone number to you.
Yes, send it to me.
Send it to us, and you have our contact information. Anytime you want to call us and update us, you are more than welcome to, sir. And we wish you the best in the future, and sending our prayers to you and your family as well, the entire Scroggins family.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you, and you have a blessed evening, Mr. Sonny Scroggins.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we've been talking to Mr. Sonny Scroggins. He is the father of Tracey Scroggins. That's Mr. Sonny right there in the blue shirt. And that is Tracey Scroggins. He had a 10-year NFL career with the Detroit Lions, and that was the only team that I know of that he played for. And he retired from after 10 NFL seasons with the Detroit Lions. And Sonny, Mr. Tracey Scroggins was on our show, and he passed away last month. He was found dead in his Hollywood, Florida home. So we don't know what happened, and we hope that the detectives working on this case and can find some answers. And if there was foul play, hopefully they can make an arrest if there was foul play. We're not saying that someone killed him.
Nope.
But
he did fear for his life, because he did tell me that in my phone conversation that I had with him 5-6 months ago. He did tell me. He said if something happened to me, he gave me a name. So if there's anybody, a detective, want to come, you're welcome to come. I know the name that he gave me.
Yeah, maybe they'll reach out to us.
I wrote it down.
Yeah. So it was a good interview with Mr. Sonny Scroggins. We hope that Mr. Scroggins will get that justice that he deserves. If it turns out to be that he was murdered, it could have been something from natural causes or whatever. But we don't know that yet. But hopefully they get some answers. That's what I should say. They get some answers and ultimately get some closure. And find out what happened to Tracey. So
I mean, Mr. Scroggins has lost his wife,
daughter,
and his daughter, and Tracey. I mean, right within months. So can you imagine that? I mean, what the hurt that he's going through. I mean, talking to him on the phone like I did prior. We talked, I believe, Saturday or either Sunday. Me and him talked, and to hear the pain and hurt in his voice, and just to hear him now choking up on the phone is
well,
hurts me.
He can go back and watch this on YouTube and on Facebook. He can hear the whole interview. So I'm pretty sure that the police will probably be watching this and taking some notes or whatever. But
you're welcome to call me.
You're welcome to call us. So Thank you all for watching. We're going to come back here in about a few minutes, in less than 5 minutes. You all stay tuned with us. We're going to come back with the Pop-Up Podcast where we talk about anything and everything here on the podcast. So thank you all for watching. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. We're coming back. We're going to talk about a lot of issues. Thank you.